Welcome in, everybody. It's EdTheTrainer. You know, over the last year, we've had the pleasure of many special guests to join us on our weekly episodes. And one of my favorite parts about that is to check back in with those guests over some time to find out how they're doing and how they're progressing in their plans. And I'm happy to announce that finally, Mike Bankowski has come back to Tips on Tuesday. So guys, I couldn't be more excited than to welcome back one of our all-time favorites on Tips on Tuesday, and that's Mike Bankowski of the NEO purchase team. And we're happy to announce that June of 2015 is the best month in the history of Mike's team. And Mike, welcome in. I'd love to have you share with us, if you wouldn't mind, how you made it possible and how you and your team pulled it off.
Hey, Ed, thank you so much for having me back out on Tips for Tuesday. It's an honor and a privilege to even be here to share my story and, just talk to some of the people, our viewers, in regards to what's going on, what's new, what's happening with the NEO purchase team here at NLC Loans. I can tell you proudly that we're celebrating our best month yet, June of 2015. And what do I owe all this success to? It goes back and gets, it's really dialed in on your message week after week after week. I work the business development side for the team, and that's all about building the relationships and other allies and lifelines to support my team. It doesn't happen overnight. There's a lot of hard work that goes into that. There's a lot of shaking hands, kissing babies, networking until I'm blue in the face, till I come home and I'm just so tired of talking that I need a break. But that's what I need to do in order to get to my goals. Week after week, I tune in and I listen to your message, and what your message is really talking about, Ed, is it's not going to come to you. The business is not going to come to you. Sometimes you have to work, and you have to pick up the phone, and you have to make it happen, and you have to do things the old-fashioned way, which is through building relationships, building alliances, building allies, referral partners. And that's what I do for the entire team. And I'll tell you guys, it's a lot of work, but it's so worth it because I'm starting to see the fruits of our labors come together here. I don't do it alone. That's one thing I will tell you. I do not do it alone. I have the best supporting cast a man could possibly imagine. The team puts it on the line day in and day out.
You know, Mike, one of my favorite parts about your story is the fact that with all the relationship building you're doing within the community, what's also growing is the reputation of your team. So tell me how that's helped to also build and expand on the momentum you've seen.
That's a very good point, Ed. Relationships is what drives my business. And that's not just in regards to the mortgage industry. That's pretty much in any sales industry that I'm aware of. You need relationships to drive your business. One thing that we excel at with the NEO purchase team is reputation. I'm not the only one doing the hard work now. Because of our strong reputation and our presence within the community, I now have my referral partners referring me to new referral partners. This is a match made in heaven, and everything that I actually dreamed about was having people calling me saying, "Hey Mike, I heard your team does a phenomenal job facilitating mortgage loans, and I want to learn more about you." That's music to my ears. That is a relationship that I didn't personally create. It was created through other relationships that I have managed. So one thing that I would tell everybody out there, who's listening and tuned in, it's work, folks. It's a lot of hard work. You've got to go out there. You've got to build your alliances. One thing that I like is I make the phone ring myself. Phones don't have to ring for the NEO purchase team. I make them ring. I build the relationships, and that's what every person in sales should be doing. Create alliances. Build trust with relationships. And you talk about it pretty much every week, relationships and how vital they are, the lifeline of the industry. And we're proof that if you work hard, you roll up your sleeves, you dig in your heels, and you get at it. You come with a plan. You got to have a plan. You gotta build. You've got to, piece by piece, block by block, and then you have to execute. Execution is the number one thing. It's great to have a plan, but without execution, you have nothing at all. You have words on paper is all you have. And execution is 100% critical to our survival in this industry. I'm making my team recession-proof. No matter where interest rates go, people are still going to be buying houses. They're still going to need home loans, and we're doing this through mass relationships, building trust, and just making people understand our process and who we are as a company.
And you're right, Mike. We've talked about it over and over again. It's not necessarily about reinventing the wheel so much as it is finding what works, understanding what works, and working that plan over and over and over and honing your execution. Listen, Mike, I really appreciate you stopping by and sharing a little bit of your team's story of success with us this week. And just to reiterate the fact that it's not about moving mountains as much as it is a pebble at a time, and building that momentum and having the patience to let it play out, understanding what works and following through with it and being committed to the plan. I couldn't be more excited for you and your team. And I know that you had something special you wanted to share with everyone over at NLC Loans, even outside of the corporate office. So be my guest. Go ahead.
And I want to thank you so much for having me back on. This has just been awesome. To everybody out there, in closing, first of all, I want to thank the Tips for Tuesday crew. Ed Davis, thank you so very much for all that you do, not just for me personally, for the entire company. I also want to throw a special shout out to our leadership team here at Corporate and Beyond. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. I'm blessed to be here at Corporate. I've got a front row seat to all the action. And all I can say is this is a completely different company than the one that I've worked at for many, many years. I am so very excited about our future as a company. Our recent redemption of top workplaces in the Cleveland Plain Dealer, that means a lot to me. It should mean a lot to you. What it means is you're working for a great company is what it means. And I just want to say to Bill Osborne, Jeremy Sopko, and everybody else in our executive team, our leadership teams, you guys are killing it. You're knocking it out of the park. And, I'm just so happy to be a part of the NLC Loans family. Keep killing it, guys, because we're taking this company to new heights and beyond. That's all I got this week. And, guys, go kill it. Go kill it yourself. Thanks.
That's beautifully said, my man. And frankly, nothing less would I expect from a team player like you. Now, as you can see, guys, Mike and his team are working their tails off this summer to meet the goals that they've set for themselves. I know a lot of people are on vacation. There's a lot of things going on. What can you do to continue the momentum that you've built up to the point of this year? We don't want to throw it away, although we do want to take some time to unwind during the summer months. And speaking of the summer months, lots of road trips going on right now. I know there's a lot of you out there that have just come back from vacation or you're planning to go on vacation. So here's a question for you. Road trip playlist. What's the one song that you have to have included in that group? Let me know in the comments section below. And at the end of business today, we'll select randomly one of your answers as the winner for this week. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us this week. I hope everybody has a great week, and we'll see you soon.